I'm a worrywart. Are there any fellow worrywarts in here? I try not to, but sometimes I'm just so tempted to worry about things. Um, this sermon is actually not for you. It's for me. This is a message for me. I had this one sermon, and it's like, what am I going to preach that day? Ending Jeremiah, and I'm going to hand the reins very bravely over to Jonathan Burian next week. Oh man, and I'm going, what am I? And I was like, I just got greedy and went, I need a sermon right now. This is my message. So if you get nothing out of it, that's fine. This one's for me. Can I have one? As I start and talk about worry, I think I should say this. I think I should remind myself that stress is not a sin. There's this false teaching that a lot of Christians share. We take this one verse and we completely misquote it. And we go around, we tell people this whenever they're stressed. So poor Billy over here, his house is on fire, and he's got poor medical news, and he has all these bills. And we come over to Billy and we're like, God will never put on you more than you can handle. And then we just walk away. That's not true. Where'd you get that? That's not true. God won't put on you more than you can handle. You know what? Sometimes it's more than you can handle. There are such things as burnout. Your body can go into shock. Your soul can experience shock. You can have so much going on in your life that you can't handle it. People go crazy, you know. In fact, I think sharing that message with someone might cause them to go, oh, so I'm just supposed to handle it all myself. God won't put on me more than I can handle. And the truth is, there are times we need people in our lives. We're desperate for support. Several years ago, I was not experiencing stress, I was experiencing worry. And sometimes those go hand in hand. But worry is going to be different. We'll learn that. I have 6 kids. 12 years ago, I had 5. And my wife is a homeschool mom. And so she had, instead of having a dining room, you know, like one of those formal dining rooms, we had a schoolroom with 4 school desks and 5 children. My youngest at the time was 2 years old. And Rachel was noticing that my 2-year-old, Riza, was wanting a desk really bad. All of her siblings would go in, they'd sit down at a desk, and she would go and fight, try to get in that chair. As soon as one would get up, she wanted her own school desk. The problem is I have a firm rule in my family: you don't spend money on someone who won't remember it. Yeah, we can do hand-me-downs until then, right? That may seem stupid to you. It makes sense to me. Single income makes sense, right? And so, Rachel's trying to figure out how to give Riza a school desk. She found that if we bought the same school desk, it'd be $50, but you can't buy it by itself. They come in pairs. She'd have to spend $100, and she knew Darin wouldn't like that. So she's trying to figure out, how can I get a school desk for my 2-year-old for Christmas? Does that sound like a stupid Christmas gift? She found an online auction. A local school was shutting down and selling their inventory, including school desks that matched the 4 in our dining room. So she talked with me. She said, hey, they're selling them. They're in lots. So you have to buy a few of them. There's a lot of 5 school desks, one of 12, one of 20, one of 8, and there's all these different lots. And she said, what if I spend some money, buy the school desk, and then I'll try to sell the others so we don't lose on it? I'm like, I don't know. Okay, fine. I love you. Let's do that, right? Makes sense. I remember the night this happened. It was that Thursday, the first Thursday of football season. I was into fantasy football at the time. And I walked in the door. Rachel greeted me just like always with a kiss. She said, tonight's the auction. I'm going to be in the schoolroom. I'm like, I'm in the living room. We go to separate parts of the house. I turn on the game. I'm watching the game. And somewhere in the game, all of a sudden I heard a noise coming from the schoolroom. It was this scream, like she had just seen a mouse or a snake. So I jump up and went, what's going on? And I run in, and she turns and looks at me. She says, get out of here. She said, get out! Get out! Oh, okay. So I walk out. And as I'm walking out, I hear these words. I accidentally bought over 100 school desks. Wait, what? Get out! I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. What's going on? The website was not really user-friendly. And it was telling her, we don't remember the exact words, but it was something like the auction's still going type of language. And so she bid, it's still going, and she thought she didn't get the bid. She didn't know she had the high bid, so she bet on another lot. And then another, and she just kept on going. She bid and bid and bid and bid and bid. And I went, that's okay. People make mistakes. And I walked out of the room going, what just happened? I sit down and then I start going, so how many school desks did you buy? I don't know. Okay. How much is it going to cost? I don't know. Okay. I mean, do you have to pay those guys? What if we just go, no, we're not interested. Can we just walk away? Is that honest? Are they going to chase us down? Can we pay them and not take the school? I don't know if I want all these school desks. What? And pretty soon, I'm not watching the game. I'm with Rachel. I'm hovering over her shoulder going, okay, well, I mean, that's okay. What are we going to... Now, you might hear this story and you're sitting there going, what's the big deal, Darin? Yeah. We all have different skill sets. And I bet there's guys in here that are going, I could handle that. Yeah, well, maybe you have to preach 50 sermons next year, okay? We all have different skill sets. For me, I'm stressed. I don't know how to deal with this. I start going, how am I going to haul all of these desks to the house? I don't have a truck. I've got a van, a minivan. How many fit in a And then I'm measuring desk. I have the tape measure out. And I'm out in the van, and I'm measuring the van. Going, it's going to take me 12, 15 trips. How long do I have? Am I going to be able to drive all the way there, then drive all the way back, and drive all the way there? And drive? How am I going to do that? I don't know how to do this. Rachel goes to bed that night. I'm still stressed. I'm trying to figure out, what am I going to do with all these stupid school desks? My life is now ruined. It's ruined. I'm going to have to call a couple friends. I'm going to have to rent a U-Haul. I'm going to have to rent a U-Haul where am I going to store them? Where am I going to is there enough room in the garage? I'm out in the garage, 2:30 in the morning. I'm measuring the garage. Like, how do you stack school desks? It's going to take up the whole garage? The entire garage is going to be packed with school desks now. Do I have to take these? Maybe I could, how do I get rid of these? What kind of buy a dumpster or something? How do I get rid of these desks? I'm starting going, maybe I'm going to have to storm at church. Will the elders let me do that? 3:30 in the morning. I am so overwhelmed with something that it hasn't even happened yet. That's worry. Worry and stress are different. Jesus preached against worry, and he acknowledged stress. Jesus said, I am overwhelmed to the point of death. He became overwhelmed to the point of death. That's stress. But when he preached about worry, he rebuked it. Matthew chapter 6, verse 25 says, therefore I tell you, don't worry about your life. The Greek word for worry literally is to pull apart, to divide. When you worry, you are concerned and fretting about something that might happen. And you divide yourself from where you are in reality to where you are potentially in the future. And you stress about something needlessly. And it shows a lack of trust in God. Do not worry about your life. Stress is actually the right response to stressful situations. If you have a stressful situation and you're not stressed, there might be something broken inside of you. You're supposed to be stressed when you have stressful things. But if you don't know to be stressed, if you're running ahead with your thoughts and your concerns, and you're dividing yourself between where you are and where you might be, that is worry, and Jesus rebuked it. It's a command. Do not worry about your life. He goes on and he says, therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you'll wear. Is not life more important than food, and the body more important than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They don't sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to their life? And why do you worry about clothes? See how the flowers of the field grow? They don't labor or spin. Yet I tell you, not even Solomon in all of his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today, and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, will he not much more clothe you, you of little faith? Worry divides you from what is most important in life. Almost every time when you're worrying, it's because you're off and not focused on what truly matters. And Jesus brings us back to that reality. He points out that you end up worrying about food instead of your life, clothes instead of your body. Boy, there's something kind of even that should cause us to be shamed a little bit in America, shouldn't it? As Jesus is speaking to his audience that is worried about such things as starvation and having something to wear to protect themselves from the cold or the sun. And here we are worried about what? Boy, we worry about a lot of things. Oh no, am I going to be late? Am I going to be able to get there in time? I don't know about that. What's going to happen over here? I don't know. Oh no, is the AC going to be okay? I don't know if I can pay that bill next month. And we have all these concerns about things that might happen. And we worry and we worry and we worry. And here Jesus is in his culture going, don't worry about it. Having something to wear this winter, God will take care of you. Don't worry about having food next week. You'll find something in your belly. Wow, that puts us to shame, doesn't it? If you're worried, you might need a change of perspective. If you've come in here today and you have a lot of anxiety for things that you don't really, truly know, and you find yourself divided from reality to this potential scary future, today, hear Jesus Christ and remember what is most important in life. What is that? Your family, your faith, your friends, not materialism, not wealth, not outward appearances. It's helpful for me whenever I have something very stressful in my life happening. I'll ask this question. I'll say, okay, what's the absolute worst thing that could happen right now? What's the worst? And I'll just play it out. Does anyone do this? Because if I focus on, oh no, what's all the potential worst things that, like, what if everything that's the worst thing that could possibly happen happens? How would my life be that better, worse? And usually it comes down to this, okay? I'll die and be with Jesus. That's okay. I'm cool with that. So why am I stressed? Why do I have all this anxiety? What's the worst thing that could happen? I have to admit I failed. Oh no. I just humble myself. What's the worst thing that could happen? I have to move in with my parents. What's the worst thing that could happen? I have to drive a junker now. And just having to change his perspective to go, what's actually the most important thing here? Because if we take it down to its basics, you might have nothing to worry about. And you might be up at 3:30 in the morning for no reason whatsoever in your garage measuring for school desk. Worry also divides you from trusting in God's providence. Verse 31 says, so don't worry, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall you drink? Or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after all these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. We end up dividing ourselves from the reality that God cares for me to this potential scary future where he doesn't know what's going on maybe. And we divide ourselves in this worry state. And it's like, no, God did not create the universe and then leave it unattended. He created this world and he manages it. He watches over birds and lilies in the field. Don't you think he's going to watch over you? We had a killdeer in our parking lot a few weeks ago. Did anyone see that? Little bird in our parking lot on Sunday morning, squawking at everyone. It was squawking. It was pretending that it was injured. And it was away from the tree that it didn't want you to go near the tree because its baby was there. Who was here and saw that bird? Did anyone not know what was going on so you felt sorry for the bird? The bird was faking it. That bird's going around going, ah, 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 ah. It looks like it's limping. I hurt. Like, come over here. Leave my babies alone. So cool how they do that, isn't it? And so you go, and it works. We quit looking at the baby. You start looking at the bird. This protective instinct. Do you think God has a protective instinct over those he died for? Those that he cares about? Those he loves? When we worry about the potential things, bad things that might happen, it's almost an insult to our God. It's like we're slapping him in the face a little bit, like we're letting him know that we don't actually believe that you're going to take care of me. trust in God never ends with worry. It just doesn't. You choose the path. Am I going to live my life like I believe that this powerful, mighty God actually cares about me? Or am I going to live my life like I don't know if he will or not? Imagine if I asked you for a ride and you agreed. So I got in the passenger seat and you started it up and you backed up and I went, "Oh!" And you said, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine. I just didn't know if you were going to stop there." Yeah. So you put it in drive, you start driving. I'm going, "Oh." You said, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I just don't know what's going to happen." You know, you could like swerve off the road anytime. Like, I've been driving for a while, Darin. I don't know where you're headed here. It's kind of scary. At what point would you start getting offended? At what point would you finally go, "Look, do you want to drive or something? I mean, I'm driving you. I can drive," and you're all freaked out. "I'm okay. Just keep going." That's what we do with God when we worry. It's like, "You're my God. You're in charge. Oh no, what's going to happen to my life?" God's going to destroy it with school desk. That's what's going to happen. He could handle Egypt and Pharaoh. He can't handle this. It's too much for him. My life's done for. It's over. It's an insult for us to divide ourselves and to show a lack of trust in what is true, our God. And worry divides you from productivity, from being truly productive. It says, Matthew 6, verse 33 and 34 says, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." That's what he says. And do you know what we do? We worry about something that potentially could happen. I have to go back to the doctor because he may have seen something. Well, but you don't know what it is yet. We don't know yet. Well, I don't know how much this is going to cost. This just happened. I know you don't know how much it's going to cost if you don't know yet. Whatever it is, if we don't know the future, then let's not worry about it because there's nothing productive in it. This is my message for me right now. There's nothing productive in it. In fact, it's the opposite. It's counterproductive, isn't it? It makes me less productive. I'm more tired. I'm more stressed. And I'm working on something that I might never need to work on. That's worry. And Jesus rebukes it and says, get that out of your life. It's not that you won't have stressful things. It's that if you don't know, then show some trust in God and live your life and be productive on the things you do know and focus on what is important. That will get you through. All the stress I had over those school desks, this is the end, okay? This is the reminder for Rachel and I. It took one trip, just one. She didn't buy hundreds. Some Beverly Hillbillies coming in right there. It was actually this truck and another. I had a friend help me. He loaded up a truck. I did rent a little trailer to bring another load. She took a picture of this. We don't have the picture of the trailer. Boy, he stacked those high. Driving through the city. It ended up only being 72 school desks. Only 72. Every wife has accidentally purchased 40 washing machines or something, right? It only took like half our garage. I had room to walk. She put an ad out saying, school desk for sale, $25 each. This is no joke. The next day, I got a text that said, urgent. I am in need of school desk ASAP. Like, what kind of a scam is this? Who is in, is the word desperate. I'm in desperate need of school desk ASAP. Like, what? Who's desperate for school desk? A principal who went, oh no, we had more students than we were expecting because the school closed and we had more students come. So he's calling me. He said, can I come out today? He's like, yeah, I'll meet you there. I open up the garage. He's like, oh, I need like 30 more desks here. And he went through and grabbed all the best ones, put cash in my hand, and drove off. I'm like, wow, that's cool. I had a lady, she contacted us and she said, hey, I need some desks that are in really poor condition. I have some. They're in horrible condition. She's like, yeah, I might. She came by, they weren't bad enough for her. She's like, I guess I could scratch it up and stuff. Like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm a craft person. I had this vision. I'll take 3 or 4. I'll just take 5 here. And she slapped cash in my hand. Rachel's selling them to other homeschool moms. When it was done, I paid for Christmas. I paid for Christmas. It's like, oh, wow. And this is the surprise. This is what should blow all of our minds. Somehow, my 2-year-old, Riza, on Christmas Day, ripped open her gift and went, oh, and she was shocked. Our life is inundated with school desks. How did you not know? She didn't know. I get a school desk. She was thrilled. Like, here, yeah, you get your school desk right in that schoolroom. Oh, yeah, she loves it. It worked out. Everything worked out. Everything. And months later, I'm on the internet and I call Rachel in. I said, Rachel, come here. Look, I found this auction. She's like, no. So I think we can no, we're not doing it. Oh, I can't do it. She's like, you can't do it. Oh, please let me. This is a message for Rachel and I because this is the truth. We may have had some stress factors this summer and trying to move our parents and us move, and we're going to have a week of crazy in a couple weeks and 3 kids going to college and trying to get, and I've been disappointed in myself. I've wanted the church to do even more this summer, and it's like, you have all these thoughts and all these things, and so yeah, there's stress, but then I think we've been realizing, oh, there's all this stress, but no, we're also just divided from what is reality to all the scary things that could happen, that might happen. And because of that, we're missing out on this wonderful opportunity of these 5, 6 now precious kids in our house. I'm like, oh, time is slipping out of my fingers. I've got 3 going to college in a couple weeks. Oh, I'm not focused on what's important, and we're not being as productive because we're spending all this time trying to fix something that hasn't even happened yet. So this message is for Rachel and I. I want to have trust in my God. Lead me, Lord. You've shown that you have before. Why do I doubt? Why am I so quick to rip myself in two? I want to be here and now in the present, being productive in his kingdom and celebrating and enjoying the life I have. And I pray that you will too. Let's go to the Lord in prayer. Lord, I just thank you so much for always watching over me. I am here today because you've watched over me for 50 years. I have choices on what clothes I wear and what food I pull out of the pantry. We are so blessed in our country, so blessed in our world. You've blessed me with a church family that's passionate about you, that wants to grow your kingdom. I want to encourage each other. You've blessed me with a family that I could never replace. Everything I have comes from you. Every good and perfect gift comes from above. And Lord, I just want to take a moment to apologize for allowing myself to become divided. I pray right now that if there's someone here that also has been worrying needlessly, I pray, Lord, I pray that you would allow them to see and to have a different perspective, to change, and to enjoy their life. And Lord, for my friends here that may have a lot of stress factors, there might be real things going on in their life, and I pray that they would not feel as though they have to approach everything by themselves. Allow us to be a church family, to be there for each other, to lift each other up, and to be a family. I love you, Lord. And it's in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, that we all pray. Amen.